Hey, welcome back to the Writer's Room. I'm Sarah Cannell, and I am fired up to be with you this Monday morning if you're watching this right when it comes out. So it is back to school time. Let's just rub our hands together. Those of you that coach with me know this stimulates the right and left side of the brain, balances out our hemispheres. So I love this time of year. I love it. I freaking love it. I've loved it since I was a little kid, whether it's getting school supplies or getting focused on a new project. I feel incredibly invigorated, and there's so much creativity and focus and sort of power that I feel that we can tap into at this time of year. So we're going to be talking about that all month and different ways to really utilize this awesome fall back to school, even if you're not on a school schedule of any kind, like I'm not either, but it is awesome energy to focus and motivate us to create in bigger ways. I want to share with you a new experience that I'm having writing my new book, because maybe there's something in here that you want to try for your project. I'm calling it the immersion method, and it's honestly not anything probably totally new to any of us, but it's new to me in terms of book writing. So I set a really big goal. We're going to be hosting our best-selling book boot camp on the week of September 13th. So coming right up next week. And we'll put the link here. If you haven't already signed up, it's completely free, and would love to support you. And I, in preparation for the boot camp, got really clear that I need to put myself through one. And I did. And what came out of that is that I decided I am going to write my next manuscript by the end of this year. I typically give myself more like 6 months, sometimes a year, depending on what genre I'm writing in. I've been writing a lot of fiction. This book is creative nonfiction, and I'm going for it. That's basically a chapter every week and a half. So it is a rigorous schedule. But here's the cool part. I had the moment of panic and overwhelm. Raise your hand if you've had it. You're like, I set the goal, woo! And they're like, oh my God, how does this fit in my life? So yes, I did the normal things that I teach, right? I took out my schedule and I carved out time and I swapped some things so that there would be dedicated writing time most days of the week and weekend. And I booked in plenty of family time and social time so that I didn't feel deprived and also like ruin all my relationships in the process. So we don't want to be that kind of writer. So I was like, okay, I've taken care of now my fears about I'm not going to be a committed, parent and wife, and all the stuff can calm down. I will not abandon my friends, but I'm going to make some adjustments and make some really clear choices to make sure that I've got the time to put into it. However, I knew that even those writing wedges, because I am also running a business and member of my community, are not like 8-hour stretches at a time. It's typically an hour at a time. So what's going to get me all the way there? I started visioning about it, and what came through for me was this immersion method. So yes, straight up got the calendar out and scheduled in the writing time, really doubling my writing time from what I'd been doing previously. But then step 2 was like, how can I make bigger leaps forward faster? And I decided to experiment with using dictation. Many of you have tried this already before, but I always had the thought I've got to be typing at the computer or handwriting into the journal to really make sure that I'm writing. So I got the Otter app. Okay, so it's just an app. There's many of them, but it's the most accurate from voice transcription, or your voice to transcribing text. And I started experimenting in the last few days. What's it like if I do my dedicated writing time, but also when I'm out on a walk? When I'm in the car is like a magnet. The phone just sits there. I hit record and I'm driving to the grocery store, driving to pick my son up from camp. What could I accomplish? I was astounded at how much content I was able to generate. In just 3 days, I wrote close to 5,000 words. That's 5,000 words on the page of my first draft. I would absolutely not have accomplished that if I only kept to my typed in writing time. Now that I've combined the dictating time along with the writing time, I thought I might increase it, but I didn't think I would quadruple my output, because I kind of got excited. I was like, And the key to this technique, if you're going to use immersion technique, is you're going to schedule writing time. You're going to empower yourself with some sort of voice recorder. Again, I like Otter, OTT. I'm going to look it up right now for you. Make sure I spoke. How apps always like they want to put like a random extra letter or they put something else in. So let me just get this correct for you. It's OTTER. And Yeah, it's just a little app right there on your phone. And it is the most accurate one that I found so that I'm not spending a ton of time cleaning up the copy. A little bit, but not too much. Then the key to using the dictation really effectively that I found is to make sure you know what the next thing is that you're going to be writing. So let's say you do an hour of writing in the morning or 20 minutes. Hemingway always said, stop in the middle of a sentence, because then you'll always know and have momentum, like what you're writing next. You won't sit there and think, now I'm starting a whole new chapter. You're in flow, right? Apparently he did that. So you can use that technique. I just use, this is how I go to immersion: written writing time. Then in between the writing session and the dictation session, just while I'm putting the dishes in the dishwasher or folding the laundry, I really just tune in, like, what's the next either scene, section, chapter, theme, whatever it is, because I do have an outline. We're going to do an outline at the boot camp. So if you don't have one, come do one. And then I'm ready to rock. The minute I have that time in the car or on a walk, I'm right there. I know a next section or scene or story that I'm going to be doing. Then you can use your morning routine if you have it and want to go full immersion, like I'm doing, to free write and journal about any challenges, what's coming up next, anything you're not sure of, so that you've kind of worked out a lot of the, oh, what am I doing mindset stuff, or just, I don't know what the next scene is here. You've primed yourself. You can do this in the shower mentally. You can do it free writing in the morning. And so you are really immersed at all times. You've got morning time to kind of get the creativity going, get over any obstacles, get clear. You have your planned writing time, whether that's middle of the day, mornings or evenings. And then in these snatches of time, when normally you would never even be able to do a writing wedge because you're driving or walking or whatever it is, you're actually getting words on the page. This is very exciting. Come do the boot camp with me if you want to have a book manuscript draft finished by the end of this year, because I'm doing it with you. I can't wait. Have an awesome week. Bye.